What's up guys, English Dan back with another video. So as we know, yesterday, well at the time of filming this, yesterday was iPad day. So yeah, the new iPad Pro came out, the 11-inch and 12.9. What I want to concentrate on today is something for the new 5th generation 12.9 iPad Pro. Now as you know, you can get the Magic Keyboard, $350 plus tax, but you can also get this that's a lot cheaper. This is the Combo Touch from Logitech. Kind of makes it work like a Microsoft Surface. Has a kickstand, keyboard that connects magnetically, and it also connects via the smart connectors, not through Bluetooth. So it has everything going for it, this. But is it any good? I'll let you know in a second. Alright, welcome back guys. So yeah, I got the new iPad 12.9. Watch for a video on that new iPad Pro. I'm going to let you know whether I think it's worth buying right now or not, but that's another video altogether. If you have already bought it, you might want a nice case and a nice keyboard and something that works with the smart connectors instead of Bluetooth. And you know, Logitech have come out and they've released this thing here. As you can see, this is the back of the box. It shows you. Don't know whether you can, if it's, let's see, can we get that focused in? There you go. So as you can see, the keyboard detaches so you can hold it just with the case. Works just like a Surface that way. It has a kickstand on the back. So different use scenarios, trackpad. But yeah, so this is the Logitech Combo Touch. Comes in like this grey colour. I don't think it comes in any other colour. This is the only colour it comes in. It does have a keyboard on it, as you can see. Has a rather large trackpad as well, and it's a click anywhere trackpad. Get more onto the trackpad shortly. Also has a full range of shortcut keys for iOS on here, so you don't have to mess around looking, trying to figure out what does what, or lack of shortcuts. You don't have any issues with that. So yeah, it does offer quite a lot, this. It's also got a backlit keyboard, so obviously when the light's on it will drain your battery a little bit more, but in my experience so far, it's not really done that. It's actually been quite a nice experience with this. So let's talk a little bit more about it. So first things up on with this case is it does have some really good protection around the edges. It is a thicker rubber that is around the sides, and it is a bit of a tough one to get the iPad into this, but once it's in, it ain't coming out unless you want to pull that thing out. It does have a space at the top for you to attach the Apple Pencil as well, so you can connect and charge magnetically through with having the case on, which is a nice touch. Some of these companies don't put the cutout on there for some reason, which I don't quite understand why, but yeah, this does have the cutout on there. Also has the cutouts obviously for the speakers and the USB-C, which is Thunderbolt 3, just in case. But we'll get onto the iPad on another day. Stop it down. As I already mentioned, it does have the backlit keyboard. The keyboard does detach away from the case, so that leaves you with the case with the stand on the back that you can move to various degrees. So yeah, it's a pretty good setup, this, for when you want to be using this as more of a laptop. Not that this is a full-blown laptop with this. It is still definitely an iPad, but it does make productivity a lot better, or a lot easier with this. Now when it comes to the typing experience on this, I find it really comfortable. This is adequate, ample travel in the keys, so I can type really fast. Again, it's very much like the Surface Pro keys. They're very tactile and clicky. I find it not to be spongy, and the deck that the keys are sat on it doesn't bounce or anything like that, so it is really good when it comes to typing. When it comes to the trackpad, I think this is more of an iOS thing, because even with the Magic Keyboard it's the same. It's not 100% accurate. If you want to be like really in there detail, you're probably best using the Apple Pencil, or maybe even trying to buy a mouse. I've not actually used a mouse for mine. I use an Apple Pencil as a mouse when I'm editing stuff on LumaFusion and things like that. But yeah, the trackpad here does work, and it works fine. It's just not going to get you into those real tight spaces where you need to click. So bear that in mind. Now, like I was saying, you do have various amounts of movement with the actual kickstand, and it'll go quite far down to the fact that you can have it almost laying not flat, but about 40 degrees at an angle. So it's great for artwork, sketching, all them kind of things. You can get a bit of a bounce sometime on it though, because it's not a solid, like, how can I say this? It's not a part of the body, whereas the Surface Pro is that way. It's a part of the body, so it gives it a bit more rigidity. Is that even a word? It's a little more rigid, but yeah, this still will do the job for you. Like I say, when you do disconnect the keyboard, you can hold it just like you've got a regular case on there, so you know your iPad's going to be protected no matter what. You can fold that stand flat and off you go, no problem whatsoever. It is a really good multifunctional case, hence it's called the Combo. Just getting back onto the keyboard as well, the backlighting is auto adjusting, so it works, must be via the sensor in the iPad. So the darker it is, the brighter the keys get, and so on. If it's bright light, obviously you're not going to get the backlight on, so that does help with the battery. So yeah, it is quite a good feature, that, from Logitech. And the keys do have 16 levels of brightness as well, so it's not just like low, medium, high. It will gradually get a little bit higher, and it's not one of those where it's going to be jarring, like 1 minute it's medium, next minute it's high, or goes from high to low, or it does gradual, so it's not like sore on your eyes or anything like that, or jarring when you're using it. So yeah, it's a nice feature. So let's talk about how I found it when I use it. I find it absolutely fine. It's very comfortable. It doesn't add a whole lot of weight. I mean, it has got some weight to it, but it's not like, it's definitely lighter than the Magic Keyboard. And the fact that you can detach the keyboard for me is a major win, because Magic Keyboard's really nice and everything, but I found on the last generation, it drained the battery like crazy. My iPad Pro didn't get really good battery life anymore because of that thing. As soon as I stopped using the Magic Keyboard, my battery life was a hell of a lot more improved. But yeah, that Magic Keyboard really did drain the battery. Plus, it also, the Magic Keyboard weighed more, I believe, than the actual iPad, and it's going to be the same now. Now, this is made for the 5th gen iPad Pro, but it'll probably work with your 4th and 3rd gens as well. But you just got to remember, with the 3rd gen, you only got the one single round camera, so you're going to have the big square and the little camera poking through. Some people it might bother. It doesn't really bother me, that kind of thing, but you can get these for the older iPads as well, so not an issue. You're going to be covered there. But yeah, it was real nice to use. I love the way I can detach the keyboard. That does take away a lot of the weight again, and you're left with just the case. It's very nice and grippy as well. It's like a how can I say? It's like a rubber touch around the edges, and really nice and grippy. The actual top of the keyboard is like a cloth material kind of thing. I don't know whether it actually is, whether it's plastic or not, but it's real nice. It feels more premium, let's say. Doesn't get fingerprints, doesn't pick up smudges or anything like that. Just a really nice case. Back of the case also is the same as the deck on the keyboard and the kickstand. So it is a really nice case to use when it comes to typing. Like I was saying before, there's really nice travel in the keyboard. It reminds me a lot of the Surface Pro keyboards. No issues there. The trackpad is really large, and I like the way how big the trackpad is, and it does allow you to do things like multi-touch, so you can pinch to zoom, things like that. So yeah, like I say, it's not the most accurate, but I think that's more of an iOS thing, because I found that on the Magic Keyboard as well. So it works just as well as the one from the Magic Keyboard. So yeah, how much is this? That's what you want to know. So obviously the Magic Keyboard's $350 plus tax. It's really stupidly expensive. Logitech way undercut that. This is $229 plus tax, and for me it's the more versatile case laptop kind of experience than what you would get with the Magic Keyboard, because you can disconnect the keyboard away from the actual case itself. So it makes for a good use purpose of, I just want to use it as a tablet today. Tomorrow I want to use it to type out all kinds of stuff on Word or Keynote or whatever. You can go from just a case to watch media to a productivity device, just like that. And that is why I prefer this over the Magic Keyboard. It fits really well, it's super snug, looks good, isn't too heavy, weighs less than the Magic Keyboard, and it looks good on the iPad. So yeah, this is the Logitech Combo Touch. Highly recommend it. This is the one for the 5th generation iPad, so you know you're going to get that perfect fit, because obviously the new iPad is that, I think it's 0.5 millimeter thicker than the last one. Doesn't sound much, but honestly when it comes to cases and things, that can be a big difference. So just be aware of that. All right guys, So link down there in the description. If you want to buy through that link, it's an affiliate link. No difference to you on the pricing, just helps me on the kickback here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit like, hit the bell, do whatever. Trying to hit 7,000 by the end of the year. You guys can help me do that. You've helped me to get where I am now. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.